geomorphic expression of strike-slip faults. We will build visual, map-style diagrams to see how horizontal shear creates distinctive landforms like laterally offset streams, sag ponds, pressure ridges, and shutter ridges. We'll also compute a slip rate using Wallace Creek on the San Andreas Fault. First, the concept. In a strike-slip fault, the two sides slide past each other horizontally. There is typically little long-term vertical relief. For a right lateral fault like the San Andreas Fault, standing on one side and looking across, the far side moves to your right. Now let us draw a simple plan view map along a strike-slip fault trace and add the classic diagnostic landforms. We'll highlight laterally offset stream channels, linear valleys, shutter ridges that deflect drainages, and sag ponds that form in releasing bends. First, the fault trace, straight and linear, with a small jog that creates a releasing bend. Next, streams crossing the fault can be shifted sideways, producing misaligned channels. A releasing bend or stepover can drop the ground surface and form a sag pond. Where the fault locally restrains motion, compression builds a pressure ridge or shutter ridge that can block a stream. Finally, strong lateral motion can behead a channel, leaving an orphaned valley on one side and the displaced downstream reach on the other. Case study: Wallace Creek on the San Andreas Fault. An ephemeral channel has been offset approximately 130 meters by repeated earthquakes. We will draw a simple map of the creek crossing a right lateral fault, show the offset, and compute the long-term slip rate. Radiocarbon dating of channel banks suggests the 130-meter offset accrued in about 3,700 years. The slip rate is 130 meters divided by 3,700 years, which is about 0.035 meters per year, or 35 millimeters per year. An older paleochannel shows about 380 meters of offset, recording earlier ruptures. Local bends in a strike-slip fault create compression or extension. A releasing bend lowers the ground and can form a pull-apart basin or sag pond. A restraining bend squeezes the ground, building a pressure ridge or a shutter ridge that can divert streams. We will draw a straight fault, then add a right step and a left step to show the different landforms. Modern high-resolution topography, especially LiDAR, reveals subtle strike-slip features. You can map small offset microchannels, mole tracks, and scarps that refine slip per event and long-term slip rates. Here is a stylized view: a linear fault, many short channels misaligned across it, and measurements of their offsets. In practice, geomorphologists measure multiple offsets of different ages and date the sediments to compute slip rates and recurrence intervals. Summary: active strike-slip faults are recognized by lateral geomorphic offsets and linear features, not by large elevation differences. Key landforms include laterally offset streams and fans, linear valleys and ridges along the fault, shutter ridges at restraining bends, and sag ponds at releasing bends. Offsets of different ages, measured in the field and dated with radiocarbon or luminescence, yield slip rates and earthquake histories. High-resolution topography, like LiDAR, makes these measurements more complete and objective. Thanks for learning about the geomorphic expression of strike-slip faults.